City. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. There I was making a video about the most valuable Pokemon card out there, Umbreon. But if you guys did see, my card is not the $40,000 card, the $50,000 card. This is the actual reprint card, okay? Just so that we're clear, the reprint card because it has the Pikachu right there. So this is still worth about $300 to $400, depending on who you ask. But this is my most valuable card. So thank you so much to the viewers of the show who actually donated this. If you guys do not know, he went ahead, one of the viewers sent it to me and said a very nice message. And he said, in memory of Binks, from one black cat to the next, Umbreon to Binks. So, I'm very thankful. Very thankful for my first Pokemon PSA graded card in a slab that I will keep. The other ones I give away, you guys know this, and then I also have a whole binder of raw cards that I keep. But talking about slabs and talking about Pokemon and talking about GameStop, pretty phenomenal for what's happening right now. If you guys are not in the world of being up to date on things, it was announced to Yahoo what's happening right now with GameStop and their partnership with PSA, but not in detail. And the reason why I tell you not in detail, because this is not everything. You know, you're looking here and you look at this whole post here, and I didn't even look. I was going to look up this guy's name here, Tommy, whatever. I wanted to look him up real quick before we start talking. I'm sorry, I was still doing DD. I'm going through some stuff. I'm sorry that I started late today, guys. I'm going to be in a rush, PSA, but I'll get it through it. So this is from Collectors. This guy's been around for a minute. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Senior Director of Marketing Collectors. Yeah, okay, cool. You've got a job there. You worked for Nintendo before. Wow. So now you're here at Collectors. So you know a lot about video games, maybe? Brand manager at Lyft. HTCV. Okay, so nothing too bad. And PlayStation. So I can deal with this. This guy has, he's a gamer. I like it. I like it. Ubisoft. Before that. And you guys know Ubisoft and their partnership with Immutable X. The Immutable X is launching a new game, and that's what they're doing. So Kindle Baker here. I don't know who Kindle Baker is. Let's find out who Kindle Baker is before we actually start talking about this. What a name for a guy, huh? Kindle? Yeah, I'm telling you. I tell you, these guys are getting me every time. So, Yahoo Sports, cool. ESPN, he's a sports writing guy. But we all know Yahoo's owned by Apollo, which I'm not happy with, but we'll leave it there. But let's go ahead and see where you put the news out. So here we go. Scoop. GameStop and PSA are expanding their partnership with a new digital collectibles platform called Power Packs. So there's Push Start Arcade. Okay, guys? The Push Start Arcade is the beta mode of everything. We've already talked about this. Gone on the website, saw the trailers. If you didn't see them, you should. But what if this is just one fraction, one avenue of the Push Start? The Push Start Arcade has this vending machine for digital packs of physical cards. And what does that mean? That means that you get to go ahead and go to the website, and it randomly generates a digital pack of cards, a PSA graded card, and dependent on the tier you pick, then that will give you the card. And so when you get the card and you open it and you go, "Ooh, I just got this card," you have the option to mail it to you to your house, or put it in the PSA vault, which is going to be the GameStop vault from what I'm looking at. I don't know. So put it into their vault, or sell it to GameStop. So now all these cards that people are buying, okay, instantly, they can then go ahead and sell them to GameStop. So GameStop's inventory is going to go massive over this whole program. But this is a really good feature for those gamblers out there. Oh, let me tell you, I'm not a fan when it comes to investing to being a gambler, but I'm telling you right now, I'm happy that these guys, these degenerates, are going to be out here buying all this crap. But I don't have a problem with feed them, because they are going to get product, they are going to get value. But we're going to talk about it in detail right now. So here's the first thing. It's going to be digital packs, physical cards. Every digital pack reveals a real PSA graded card. Ship it home or take it to the instant buyback and chase the next big hit. Boom, 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 boom. So they are leaning into the meme stock thing. I get it. All the Easter eggs within this whole damn thing. I see them everywhere. But this is the Power Packs right here. So you load up your Power Pack account with money. You go in there and you're able to select the tier. We're going to show you everything right now. So GameStop's collectible business has boomed since partnering up with the trading card grading company, which is PSA. We know that. Last fall, and turns the storefronts into grading submission centers, which they have done. You can take your cards to GameStop and you can get them graded, and they send them back to you. There's a 60-day turnaround time. It used to be 45, but there's too much traffic. PSA can't even handle what's coming through. So PSA has a lot of cards in the vault. So does GameStop. GameStop has inventory that keeps adding up and adding up. Right now we're sitting on 9,311 cards last time I checked. So if I go to the website here on GameStop, and we know that it worked out really well for those power packs that they were selling. As you know, we gave one to AJ for the weekend. Guys, just so you know, that AJ video will not be posted on YouTube. It can be posted on TikTok and Instagram where they are. There's clips. Go look at me, Marantz Rantz, on TikTok or Instagram, but you will not find it on YouTube, which is okay. Now, I don't care either way. We just wanted to make sure AJ got the cards that he wanted. So, these are the PSA graded cards here on the website. And as you look through it, you'll see some great cards, but they're going to show you 9,315 on the website right now. So they've already figured it out how they're going to post them for sale here versus when they do buy them back from people that are willing to sell it to them, and they're going to keep it going. So Power Packs is a new GameStop trading card platform that bridges the thrill of card collecting with the convenience of the digital world, says Nat Turner, who is the CEO of Collectors Universe, which owns PSA, and sits on the board of GameStop. Now, here's the other part about this. Power Packs and repacks. That's what these are. These are repacks. So I'm going to give you an example of a repack, guys. They'll go in there and they'll have several PSA graded cards. Okay, I thought I had some in here. I don't know where they're at right now. I have them somewhere. I'll just use the Tony Romo back up here. So you get all these cards in slabs, right? So you have all these slabs, and then you just put them in an unmarked package. And people want to buy repacks. They go to websites, they go to whatnot, they go to TikTok, and they're looking for repacks because you never know what's in them. It's gambling, yes, but you just don't know. You're going to pay at one lock price, and you might get something 10 times the value. That's the whole point of it. People really like to see what they get in repacks. So you could put this in a repack, put this in a repack, and you would just never know. The way GameStop has done it to make it, perfect for everybody, they went ahead and showed the odds. So here you go. So they're willing to give you one value here for the pack itself, whatever you're going to buy, and then you get to select the level. So pack select level, you're going to go ahead and go through. Do you want football or Pokemon? Well, I don't want a football slab yet. I want a Pokemon slab. Cool. Now the level. I can go starter, silver, gold, platinum, or diamond. As you pick the levels, it's going to tell you, right here in starter values, it's going to tell you the percentage of getting one of those cards that's very valuable. So you might get a card worth $200 to $400, and you only paid $25. That is possible. It's a 0.2% chance of happening, but it is possible. As you go through, I can only imagine what you're going to get at diamond level. If you paid $1,000, you might get a card. They're also going to have a thing here at the bottom. It's going to tell you at each level the chase cards, the best card possible at that level. So if you're going to pay $25, here are the possible chase cards that you could get. And you look at the bottom, and they're going to have them listed. Boom. So I'm sure people are going to be enticed. They're going to love it. And the other part about this, too, guys, if you guys are not familiar, is they do this with like League of Legends and other video games where you buy skins or randomized things that you could buy just depending on buying a pack, and it's random, right? And people do it. So now you're doing it with physical cards because these cards are physical and you can get them, but it's in a digital way. Okay, this is really good. This is the type of stuff you want to do as a company. This is why they went ahead and trademarked the name Power Packs. We're like, why are they doing Power Packs? Why did they throw out this thing? And they were just selling them in the Power Pack itself, physical, but I bet the demand was more than they could ever imagine. They're like, okay, wait a minute. People want to buy slabs and they want to buy random, and here we go. So this is pretty awesome for what they're doing, and that's the start of it there. Next, here's an example. Opened it up. You could sell it for $3.73 Great card. Do you want to take home, the Japanese PSA 10? Boom, you can click on it, buy another pack, view card and collection, or sell it for this much. However you want to do it. I'll ship it home. That card right there is amazing. As you go through, hot new trend, repacks have emerged as popular, offering recently allowing collectors to buy packs and curated by individuals and hobby-related business rather than sealed boxes directly from the manufacturer. That's what the repack means. This typically contain a number of lower-valued cards with much less price and a repack, but offer the chances at chases worth much more. We know this. So PSA sees Power Packs as a way to bring more transparency to the space. The existing repack landscape is full of individuals who are creating these things on their own. So they don't have, this is the thing about repacks, okay? The transparency, and if you've ever gone to these card shows, if you ever seen it, I'm telling you guys, go to Whatnot, go to TikTok, everybody sells them. And then that might be the only thing they sell. But where's the integrity in it? Where's the branding? Where's the name behind it? Now you have it. You have GameStop and PSA. You know this is a done deal. You're like, okay, I'm locked in. I have the chance to really win these cards, and they're going to be shipped to me. There's no switching. There's no bait and switch. I've seen so many things online, but this is where you want to be. They're thinking about how much money they can generate. Oh, I like this stuff. The existing repack landscape is full of individuals who are creating these things on their own. They're not thinking about the end customer. They're thinking about how much money they can generate. There you go. So GameStop's thinking of this way. They're not thinking about how much money they're going to personally generate. They're going to think about the transactions themselves. Multiple transactions. You can collect, they give you that option, or you can ship, or you can trade. Like, they're giving you this option for people to build up their collections. People are going to love this. I know that if you get me in there, I'm going to start collecting cards. This is the best way for me to collect cards on my own, and I can just do it as I want. And boom, boom, boom. If I want to buy a certain card on my own, I could do that too, but where's the thrill of the hunt if I'm not doing it this way? And you know what? I like what they're doing. They're going to they are taking over. Not only are they beating out the local card shop, they now have a platform. Remember, the biggest thing about buying things on TikTok or whatnot is that it's instant. You buy it now, boom, you see it ripped in front of you. You didn't have to go to the store. You didn't have to find out that they're sold out. You didn't have to go. Well, guess what? Now repacks. If this is your way of making your money, all you dudes and whatnot and TikTok, whatever, you're about to get killed. Because people would rather come here and get them from GameStop and from PSA on a repack of Pokemon cards. They're going to beat everybody. They're creating the market for themselves much bigger than people will ever give them credit for. So I like this. I see it. I understand it. And I think it's going to make a lot of money. That's just me to you, okay? A shift in strategy. GameStop is starting the role of the 2021 meme, whatever. We got all that. People are talking about, literally always talking about how many cards they do versus, why didn't they buy more Bitcoin? Why didn't they do this? Why don't they do this with their cash and all this? I like when they make it really simple. They just expand on one idea and just go with it a little more. Because now you're introducing the adaption of it, like people adopting the idea of using GameStop for this thing. There's gonna be people out there who be like, "Oh, you want to do this? Let's go try it out," and it'll be something new. And then you'll eventually end up getting back to GameStop's webpage and be like, you know what? I could just buy the card straight out rather than gambling. I can just go buy the card I'm looking for. So if you're looking for a certain card and you want it, and you go, you know what? That's the card I want. Then you go ahead and you go ahead and get it. It's right here. Look at this. I've got this one. I don't even know what this is. Don't care. Illustration rare. Boom, boom, boom. PSA 10. Everybody, I don't have to go gamble for it, but I can get it. But I think it's a pretty unique way of doing what they're doing. So that's what was launched today. Of course, the share price is not going to show it. Share price. I want to tell you guys something. I didn't think I'd see the breakdown this bad like it has been over these last couple days. I mean, we're here on the purple, depending on how you look at it. We might be off by a degree or two, but are we just going to keep going sideways? I mean, is this really what's going to happen? I don't think so. I'm not sad either. Trust me. Don't ever think I'm sad about the price going sideways. I am here to accumulate shares. and I will accumulate shares till the day I drop. I'm currently sitting on almost $30,000 worth of GameStop. You guys know this. I'm a couple $100 shy, and I want to buy more. I want to buy more, but I'm going to let my money settle. I'm going to let some bills settle, and I'll buy $10 a day until then. I'm going to do the best I can. But the other part about GameStop and the markets, the economy, is there's a lot of outside factors coming in. We have 38% of the S&P 500. They're literally announcing their earnings today, or this week, I should say. 30% of the value of the S&P is announcing earnings this week. Additionally, the Fed is going to have their meeting today. They'll announce what they're not going to do tomorrow, and that should tank the market. So either you're pricing in GameStop on the down right now while you're pumping the market, and then you're just going to go ahead and come back in and run it up as the market starts selling off. That's how I can see this happening for GameStop right now, starting tomorrow. And it's midweek, and maybe you got the most data out of everything. When you guys think about data, just think about time and value. And that's what happens to options. They burn off the time and value of what they have. So I think we're there. I think we're at the bottom. Me personally, I don't know how it can go much lower. I encourage it. I want it to be lower because I want to buy. I dropped my cost base average by 10 cents. Bought 100 shares, and it cost me, and it only dropped to 10 cents. I mean, it's hard to move your cost average, but as long as you're right there where you want to be, like I'm right where I want to be for this move up, and the move up's not going to make me sell. I'm not going to be like, oh God, look at this, $60 a share. That's not going to be where I sell. I understand value, and I understand what Wall Street's not doing, but GameStop's going to come out with a number. But before they come out with their number, you're going to have MicroStrategy come out with the number. It's pretty massive. I believe it's Thursday. MicroStrategy comes out with their earnings. But we'll see how they announce their their money. I'm a big fan of not buying MicroStrategy. I'm a big fan of not buying these distraction stocks from GameStop because the truth is they want you to buy MicroStrategies at premium, and you shouldn't. It's not one for one with Bitcoin. It's at a loss, and it's all on borrowed money. It's not their own, so they have to pay it back eventually. And as much as I see Michael Saylor talking, I agree with Jim Channel's strategy of buying Bitcoin and shorting, and aka selling off MicroStrategies to buy your Bitcoin. That would be amazing because this whole market's just one event away from selling off. I think I put it in the Discord right now, where there was this company that came out with a new AI chip to battle NVIDIA. And NVIDIA's getting away with murder right now, figuratively. But you've got to look at it from my viewpoint that this economy is allowed to pump until it falls over. And I've never seen anything like this. But NVIDIA is allowed to sell chips to China now because the administration lifted and said, yeah, 300,000 H20 chips. 300,000 to China. That's your business partner. That's all you have. Everybody else is maxed out on CapEx, and you're looking around and you're saying, how in the hell are these guys spending this much money? And it's like GDP growth money. Like, that's the amount. Like, it's affecting the economy to this point where if we're building infrastructure, I saw this railroad deal that just got done. I don't know if you guys read about it, Union Pacific and someone else. They were talking about $85 billion for this deal that's going to generate up to $2.8 billion worth of profit. And I said, well, how many years are we going to be using railroad tracks for us to make back the $85 billion merger price? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The amount of money people are paying for things and not getting in return value for it is not making sense to me. This is why GameStop makes all the sense in the world, because they're not doing anything with their cash. So I look at these things and I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I guess there's fear in the market. Europe and America struck a deal. They struck a trade deal for 15% tariffs on select products. And people are so worried about American Eagle and Sweeney whatever her name is, ad. Where she's like, it's my jeans. She has good jeans. Because they're blue jeans. Because she's white. Like, this is the world we're coming to. Like Brooke Shields didn't come out with a commercial where she was folding all over the ground saying the same thing when she was 15. So, I have a problem with people looking too much into advertising. I've studied advertising, but I've never let it sway me. I study it from a whole different standpoint. Like, how much did that cost? Why would I do it? That's why I always say, what's my return on investment? What's my income? And people are like, well, what do you mean your revenue? You don't understand. Revenue is not like in the world of retail, it is, top line sales. But revenue in the world of advertising is how much revenue did that article generate. That's how you view value. They're trying to do the same thing with companies. They're saying, well, how much do your assets generate? How much does your cash generate? How much? Well, I'm not spending it right now. So why are you blaming? Why are you talking about GameStop? Why are you so mad at GameStop for not spending cash right now? I look at companies like Carvana, and I'm telling you, I'm not coming off of Carvana. I've been studying Carvana a day and a half again, just because. And I don't care if Carvana came back and went all the way up and double topped, and they're approaching $400 a share, and everyone's buying. Nope. I'm telling you what Carvana is a criminal organization, for the lack of a better term, but when the main guy is a convicted felon, right, Ernie Garcia III, and if you guys don't know, his whole history is subprime lending. His whole history is, I believe he comes from the Lincoln Savings and Loan debacle in the 80s. He actually got away with that because he got prosecuted. He got probation for giving up, his boss. And then him and his buddy go and form a company called Ugly Duckling. They turned that Ugly Duckling company into Overtime. Is it Overdrive? Overtime, whatever it is. And those guys were just subprime lending again. And now here you are, fast forward, and it's Ally Financial. And the same guys are in place. Dan Quayle's on the board of directors. These two guys are still there. And you're looking at Ernie Garcia the third, and you're saying to yourself, he's a billionaire, and all he did was con his way the whole way through for 40 years. So if this is who you are, for the lack of a better term, I'm so sorry I said it again, but I don't want to call you a criminal, but you're a convicted felon, Ernie Garcia III. And why is that not on your tagline? Why does everybody ever talk about this shit? It upsets me because I already know that this company is going to go ahead and pull the rug on so many people and financial crisis coming. You know what it is? Where's the smoking gun? Let me ask you, the United States of America, when interest rates go up, there's always a smoking gun. People can lay back in the 70s and 60s and be like, all right, we're making money the hard way, a la Warren Buffett. No, we can borrow some money, we can raise it, we can go. But when interest rates go up, people start sweating. The world gets tough. It gets hard. So I'm asking you, who's over here over-leveraged and who's doing the crime? Greed sets in. People don't know how to say no. They don't know how to take a loss. They're looking around going, okay, hopefully nobody notices, but we're over-leveraged right now. Why? There's got to be a big blow-up somewhere. There's got to be an Enron 3.0. There's got to be a loans and savings debacle. There's got to be something. And there's nothing. Nothing. Like, oh, no, we're just really all the best traders in the world. We all just got lucky and buying NVIDIA. That's what it was. I met a guy 2 days ago, comes up, he goes, man, I've been buying NVIDIA since $27. It's at $175 right now. I'm up like $6,000. And I was just like, oh, okay. Are you going to sell? What are you going to do with that? Where do you think it's going? Do you think the company's going from $4 trillion to $8 trillion? Like, that's what you got to start looking at. People, I don't care. Like, let people run it to the ground. I'm just asking the right questions. Can I give you a different way of asking it? Like, everyone's giving out $50, $60 billion a quarter. Yeah. $20 billion a quarter. They're random companies. And that's their AI infrastructure. They're building it. And they want to give that. How are you ever going to get that $1 trillion back that you just put out? Because these are like these mega cap companies. And I'm asking you, how are they ever going to make the money back that they're pouring in? And I think they're all idiots. I think they're all doing it in disguise with doing share buybacks for the equal amount, and all they're doing is riding it to the end. All these guys are going to walk off and be like, hey, we didn't get left behind. We kept up with the Joneses when it came to keeping up with AI. But I go look at Samsung, guys. I study Korean markets. And Samsung, not only did they announce that they were down 50% in revenue, they went ahead and announced that they have a 10-year deal for $16 billion. Doesn't that seem reasonable? A 10-year deal with an unnamed company, top secret, because they don't want to give out trade secrets, and they're developing AI. And you go, look, that makes sense. That's reasonable. $16.5 billion, 10 years, and they're not saying anything. Google it, guys. I'm telling you. I'm reading this. And Samsung's not going to get left behind. They've got a good phone. They've got good technology. They probably want to be the world leaders in these things. But no, it's not fair. It's not fair when you have companies like NVIDIA coming out with other people's money and saying, well, Taiwan Semiconductor, we're going to go ahead and order some more chips. Go ahead and send it to us. This is what we're doing. You're selling the same product 20 times over. So, yeah, I pay attention to this market, and I'm scared for everybody. Marantz, what's your strategy comparison with Bitcoin is really smart? How they're just Bitcoin now. Christy, it's more than that. It's more than that. Let me explain it to you the best way I can. When you're invested, right, like I'm invested in GameStop, and I love this company, and it's everything, but I'm not leveraged. I'm completely not leveraged. My wife would tell you, anyone who knows me, I'm so responsible about how I do it that we could have a bad run. I'd be like, here's where we go. I didn't lose. Man, what'd I lose? The 30 grand I put in? Okay, let me tell you something. I can financially recover tomorrow by never spending another dollar in it. It's gone. Boom, there it is. I'm still working. I still have a job. I still have an income. My wife and I are still healthy. Health is wealth. But I'll tell you something. Ask yourself what you would do in an economy when everything sells off. When there's a massive correction and people are running for the fire escapes. They're going to sell their Bitcoin. They're going to sell their blue chips. They're going to try to go look for cash because they're not going to be right there not keeping up with the Joneses. I did an interview with the Drexel Burnham Lambert alum named Mark Faber. I did this interview back in February, and I posted on the channel. It's an amazing interview for me because he said the right thing that I had to hear. He said, Marantz, what do you think people do when financial hard times hit? Do you think they sell their cars? Nope. He goes, they sell their gold. They go sell their jewelry and their gold and their assets. They're appreciating assets, not their depreciating assets. No. So they don't want to sell the house. They don't want to sell the cars. They want to keep up. They want to be looking good with appearances. The smart guy goes in and goes, you know what? We'll sell all these cars. Give me a little hoopty. Give me an e-bike. Give me something. Can't do it. But now you're looking at a market right now where people are going to try to keep up with appearances, without a doubt. But the appearance that I'm looking at is how everyone is selling shares at the top. Every single executive is selling their whole company at the top. They don't care. If you believed half the shit you say, a la GameStop, if you believed that you had a company that was thriving, that was just a market correction away from taking advantage of this market, if you believed this company was going to be amazing moving forward, you had orders, back orders, it was just thriving. There's so much involved, and you're already a billionaire. You're already a billionaire. You're invested. You're the market leader in AI. Why would you be selling shares? Why wouldn't you sit on them? Why wouldn't you wait a couple of years for the run, for the recovery, for the boast that you're proclaiming? I'm telling you guys, look at Ryan Cohen. Ryan Cohen is buying in with liquid, guys. It's hard to be a liquid billionaire. Not many people are. Practically nobody. But to be a millionaire, yeah, and have some liquid and spend it, oh yeah. 10 million at a time? Of his own cash. He doesn't generate cash from a job. Nope. He doesn't get paid at all. What does he do? Puts it in GameStop. Puts it in GameStop. Puts it in GameStop. Could he pump his own stock? Absolutely. Could he buy back shares with the $9 billion cash and generate a return? Absolutely. He could do all of the abuses that are happening right now on Wall Street, and he does none of them. Because the truth is, the way management and profits have happened over all these years, somebody like Warren Buffett, just good business, good moral compass, just goes, you know what? Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to wait our turn. When it rolls our way and we have these investments and we did it smart, we're strategic, we have the right partnerships, we make the right income, everything's checked. Boom. I get to pounce on it now. Now we're running. Now we're gunning. That's what's happening with GameStop, guys. If you don't want to invest this way, then don't. This is the old school way of investing. You know, we're here, we're going to wait it out, and we're going to go. What do you do in the meantime? You go to work. Maybe you laugh. Maybe you have a good rant. Maybe, people are like, you go to the beach. Whatever you're doing, go clubbing. Go have a drink. But go live life. You're going to have time to accumulate shares. You're going to have time to walk up this hill like we're doing now. But you wait. You wait, guys. I'm telling you, $22, $23, just like I said, 10 and 12, all that shit, doesn't even matter. You're dealing with a different type of investment. This is a different type of human. One that sees their incremental changes that will make the difference for you. You guys want to talk about small changes, a little bit of money on the balance sheet? You're going to see these guys come out from the meltdown or wherever they're at. They're going to go like, hey, man, GameStop not making any money. They just launched this PSA arcade, and here they are selling repacks with PSA. And what is it really going to make? What are you really going to sell? How do we even generate these funds? What are they really doing? What are the markups? And then you see it, like from my viewpoint, you go, okay, it didn't cost you anything to do this. You already have the technology because you have the best technology in the world. Amazon can't do this. Nope. Walmart, Best Buy, Target, nobody can do what GameStop's doing right now. Just even with a little click of a page for just for the repurchase of this product, you can't do it. You don't have the business model to trade in, to ship. You don't have all of the logistics worked out yet. GameStop does. GameStop has the partnership. They understand what their demo is. They understand where the money goes, the margins. Hey, how much they've already worked it all out. This is not, let's try something and see where it settles. Let's see where the dust settles. No, this is hey, anything we do from here moving forward is just hitting the bottom line, babe. On margins as well. You think about it. I already know. But wouldn't you love to see an earnings report come out? Remember, we invest 3 months at a time. Wouldn't you love to see an earnings report come out and be like, it's here. So we're going to become our own ecosystem of collectors, and GameStop's going to be the number one destination for all things physical in a digital world, babe. Hey, real quick, okay, guys? You're going to get left behind. If you're not keeping pace with the company, if you're not watching the videos, you're not understanding what they're doing and why it's so beneficial and why it's so valuable, you're going to be left behind. I use business models all the time. I study them everywhere I go. Whether it be, hey, that company over there does free samples. This company on this other side offers you a 20% coupon once a month. And or this company has Starbucks in the building and it's awesome, whatever it may be. Whatever is getting people in the door, it's called generating an up. Whatever generates an up, and that CAC, the customer acquisition cost, not what Tony De Niro likes, but whatever it takes to get you to move forward with the next transaction, you guys are going to find those dollars. You got to step over pennies to get the dollars, guys. And I'm telling you now, paper clips and staples. That's how you do it. And you got to work. It's like my grandfather's always said, like my dad's always going to say, that money's just not showing up. You got to go work for it. There's never a time in your life that easy money's going to come rolling your way. And all these guys on the internet talking about, I can make this easy money. I've got the key. I got the winning ticket. No. You need to go make that money. You need to take your ass to work. You need to get up and go do it again. and do it again and do it again. And when they're out there complaining that I got to live my life, I need more vacations, I shouldn't have to work, 9 to 5. This is not the life for me. This is, hey, that liberal footprint comes in and those guys start talking nonsense. I don't have time for the bullshit, guys. I don't have time for it. I'm grinding. You do it too. And see where it gets you. Just put your head down for like 4 years. Do that. Put it down for 4 years and don't come up for air. And when your girl asks you, why don't we do things? Because I'm working. I'm working on something. And it might just pay off at the end. It might. All right? Think about that, though, okay, guys? It's not a for sure thing, Marantz. Probably not. Probably not. It's not a for sure thing. But I'll tell you what is for sure. That you'll get nothing if you never start. You'll get nothing if you don't grind. That's a for sure thing. What they always say is this day one or one day? It's day one. Let's get it rolling. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. My daughter thought Marantz was going to show up with slabs on her birthday. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not showing up with slabs. AJ was excited, bro. AJ was excited. He was a beast. A wave of liquidity is coming to GameStop soon, Marantz. FOMO will come again. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Once people figure out all the gimmicks and the games of Wall Street, then you don't worry about that kind of stuff. I definitely don't. I've seen like people start pouring in money because Tesla is going to do robo-taxis. And then you hear Google already has them. And then you hear WeRide, the company WeRide, signed a deal with Saudi Arabia on robo-taxis. And it's like, the price goes up. And you go, so? Well, what the hell does that mean? Robo-taxis in Saudi Arabia. How is that beneficial? It's an oil country. Wants to drive their cars. They're expensive cars at that, but how much money's over there that you would generate enough customers to even think, this is a good idea? I don't know. But they're giving value for everything. Wall Street's giving value for every idea under the sun except for GameStop's. GameStop announced a great idea. It's not just an idea. They execute, and it's in front of you, and they still don't give it value. That's the part where I'm just like, this shit is crazy, guys. I don't get it. But if you were living under a rock, you guys didn't hear Alibaba has new AI glasses. Shout out to Alibaba going after those Apple goggles. But they're doing it. Alibaba has AI glasses. So they're called Quark or something like that. Marantz, I thought Tesla selling cars in India was funny almost to no one. Well, they don't even have charging stations or maintenance, from what I know. They're selling cars though. I'm telling you. That was the thing. That's what gets me too. We've shown that it works and still no value. Oh man, come on, dude. Come on. How much money is this thing gonna do? The meltdown. The first thing meltdown says, how can apes lose more money? This is gonna be it. They're gonna lose more money. Who's losing money? What the hell is this? Is this elementary school, dude? Did the girl not ask you to the dance? I mean, what are you mad about? You're supposed to ask her. If you don't get the analogies, I'm sorry, Meltdown. There's only 20 of you guys online. Was the other night there was 15 of them online? 15 out of 30,000. I couldn't imagine. I'd shut down my website. I'd be embarrassed. Oh. It's okay. So there's GameStop, right? And so the whole story comes out. And says exclusive PSA and GameStop launching digital power packs. That's not the push start arcade. I'm just saying that's just one little thing. Shout out to Coach Deion Sanders getting his bladder removed. Doesn't understand that you don't need so I'm going to have a bathroom with me on the sidelines. No, you're not. You're going to have a pouch like the rest of the dudes who get their bladder removed. Calm down. Your situation is not unique. Ugh. Power packs have 5 price tiers, 25, 50, 150, 500, and 1,000, that offer varying chances of pulling cards of certain values. Football and Pokemon cards will be available at the launch, with plans to add more categories in the future. Acquired cards are managed through PowerPack's website, powerpacks.com, GameStop.com. Here you guys go. Here's the website. So, Power Pack website, start breaking. Ooh, I love that. Rip Digital, Power Packs. Here's current chase cards, guys. Current chase cards would be a Josh Allen Panini Prism White Sparkle, estimated value $14,000. And that's his rookie card. You have a Charizard 9, 2003 Pokemon Skyridge Charizard card, $12,000. Boom. And then a Tom Brady Black Donruss Optic Downtown Black Pandora, $10,400 on the Tom Brady PSA 10. And even the Pikachu, wow. The Pikachu wearing, the poncho wearing Pikachu Japanese promo card is a PSA 10. And it is going to be $9,400. Phenomenal chase cards to get. Let's see. Your PSA Vault lines lives in Delaware, so Power Pack purchases aren't subject to sales tax. Oh, my God. Secure storage. Items are 100% insured by PSA Vault, a modern climate-controlled facility and 24/7 security and asset management, which we know. Ship your cards. Any card in your collection may be redeemed and shipped for a small shipping fee. Secure payouts. Sell with confidence. Your proceeds are sent fast and safe through our partnership with Stripe. Awesome. Instant ownership. After purchasing the product and ripping it, the card within the pack is instantly transferred to your PSA Vault account. Authenticity. Is that how I say it? Oh my goodness, guys. Guaranteed. Every card in the Power Pack is authenticated and graded by PSA. The most trusted name in card grading, in which it is, and instantly stored in your PSA Vault for secure ownership and flexibility. Phenomenal. Boom. Let me see. Start breaking. Press start. Here's the website. Is it going to have no volume? Man, I thought, oh, let me do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, go back. I want to do that again. Power Pack's currently only available on beta users. Public access coming soon. If you're a beta user, please log in with the email where we received your invite. I think Jay received an invite or somebody else. I didn't. But whatever. Maybe I did. I don't know. I have like 5 different emails on there. But I thought I sent it through. Identify GameStop, make sure I'm a human, not a bot. GameStop account. Oh, I don't want to sign in on all that right now. Nope. I'm just checking it out. In-store Power Packs and digital Power Packs. Perfect. Sign in. Don't you sign into your GameStop account? Watch this. Oh, bros. Hold on. Hold up. Excuse me. Let's see if it lets me. I don't know if it's going to let me. I don't know. I don't even know what my password is, bro. Oh, man. It's been forever. Yeah, I don't know my password. How am I supposed to know this? I don't know. So Power Packs is going to be on the page. That's awesome. Hold on, let me see this. Do they have it on GameStop yet? Like, there's got to be a page that's going to come up under the website one day. It's got to be here. Like, under trading cards, they're going to have, like, Power Packs on the list. Bro, people are going to be going there and just gambling, bro. Like, yo, I got $50. I'm going to make you holler. That's awesome, huh, guys? I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited for one more product. A product that you need. All right, let's go talk about something. This is where I was reading up on this stuff on Drive Time. Drive Time is also a spinoff of Carvana and Go Financial. Silver Rock Group, Inc., blah, blah, blah. They're a finance company, and when I looked at it, look at this. In-house included subprime lending, which is what they're known for, right? Subprime lending, and it was right here. Ernie Garcia II, who bought the company, later known as Ugly Duckling 94, and Ray Fidel, who's a former president and CEO. Both of those dudes, they all went ahead and got put out Silver Rock Group. Okay, cool. Those are the ones that convicted felons, bros. The third, I believe, Ernie Garcia the second, who studied at the University of Arizona. They filed for bankruptcy in '89. So that's my whole thing, man. If you have a company that's filed for bankruptcy, you have a company that's all about subprime lots, and you come in, then that would explain why people are walking into these damn auctions and they're just buying up everything. Look at GE Capital increased the credit line of $100 million. So GE Capital, I have a problem with that. Because if you know about GE, at the time they're giving money over there, but GE Sponsor Finance was sold to the Canadian Investment Plan Board, okay? So everything they do, GE Real Estate was sold to Blackstone. This is all private equity. I know because Apollo, right here, Mumbudulia, remember we talked about them? Mumbudulia, I forget how to say their name. Mubabalia, whatever. I don't even know. That's the sovereign fund, the ones who just bought the Lakers that people don't want to tell you about. And a joint venture with the Mid-Cap Financial, the portfolio company of Apollo Global Management. Yeah, we know. It's all here, dude. It's gross. So you want to know where they got their money from for all the nonsense they're doing? It's from private equity. Oh, man, I can't wait till this thing blows up. Carvana's going to blow up again. Remember I said Carvana's going to blow up again. Okay. Never argue with stupid people. Best article I've ever read. August 5th of 2019. Look at that shit, bro. 6 years ago. Says it right here. But in my opinion, the worst and sleaziest, the kings of deception are the people at Carvana. Oh. Somewhere around Christmas 2018, I started hearing from dealers that Carvana buyers were showing up at virtually every auction, every rental company, and anywhere else wholesale cars are sold, and that they were paying stupid money for every car on the block. Bro. Ernie Garcia II and Fidel are both convicted felons. They played small roles in the Charles King linking savings and loan debacle in the late 80s and 90s, reporting escaping jail time by ratting out their co-conspirators. That's what they did. Boom. And in federal crimes, did they even list that in the IPO when they were doing it? They're like, yeah, our CEO and president are convicted of federal crimes. No, not a problem. Cool. So, yeah, I have a big problem with Carvana. If that's what your company's been based off of fundamentally, and they're still there, big problem. So, leave it there. Power packs. Looking good, guys. All right, are we out of here? I just came to check in with you guys. That's it. That Umbreon card, was that good? Look at that, man. If it didn't have that repackaged thing on there. See, I have Pikachu on there. If I didn't have Pikachu on there, it'd be a $50,000 card. It probably would have never got to me. But I don't care. It's still my most valuable card. I'm keeping this bad boy forever. Look at that thing, bro. It's so beautiful. Oh, yeah. People are going to be looking for this gold star. Look at that amazing card, bro. For free? I got it for free? Oh, man. This shit's going in the vault right there. It's still going in the vault. I don't care. My wife is like, you really think that thing's worth $50,000? What are you talking about? I was like, I don't know, babe. That's what I read. She's like, I don't think you have the right one. I go, I think you're right. I have this one. I have this one with the little thing in it. That's the one I have. This one, babe. I have this one. It was cool. Best card I ever had in my life. Shit. It's going up in value, though. It was selling for $200 a couple of weeks ago. $275, $340. Look at all these sales, right? It's up to $340, $330, $330. Okay, well, we'll come back to it later. We'll come back to it in a couple of years. We'll see how high it goes. It's still got to be one of the ballers. All right, whatever. I don't care. Hate me later. I think that's why GameStop, when I scanned it, they're like, yeah, we'll give you $150 for that card. I was like, no way, it's worth thousands. No, it's not. I'm like, but it is. Let's see. Look at Umbreon cards right here, bro. Master Ball Umbreon card right there. PSA 8. Dude. There's that prismatic one. That's a really nice one. And that one. No. Because those are the promo cards. Is that the 10? That's the 10, dude. Selling for $134. Wow. These dudes are crazy expensive on these Umbreon cards. I'm looking for the ones, bro. I'm looking for the right one. You never know. You just never know. Oh, right there. Look at that. EX. Boom. PSA 10. Perfect. Those are perfect cards. Okay, but let me go up here. Umbreon. I'm just looking up something. 2021. Let's see if it comes out. I put 2021, didn't I? And it still sends me all these cards? All these damn cards. Well, price, high to low. Can I do it? Price, high to low. Nope. See, everybody bought all the Umbreons, dude? Did they really start buying everything? Dude, there was other cards on the website. Somebody went in and bought them. Dude, there's got to be massive transactions, guys. I'm talking like thousands of dollars. Because I saw all of it. High to low. Look at this. They're all gone. Damn. There was like numerous cards on there. These ones are still here. This Team Rocket's Me Too shit right here. Boom. Those are $1,000 a piece. If you want them. I can't do that. I can't justify it. Now when I can buy GameStop shares. All these one-piece cards, bros. One-piece promo cards. People, I guess they're valuable. I don't know. Website's got a lot of stuff on it. Wonder if you can get some of these right here in those packs. No, it's Pokemon cards and football cards, they say. Cool. All right, anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. It was nice catching up with you guys for a little bit. I know you guys, daily dose of Marantz, whatever you guys got going on. I'm going to go daily dose of work. I'll see you guys around, millionaires. Appreciate you guys. And GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Thanks. Peace.